Welcome to Culture Beast.
It's good to be back. I always like sitting in these chairs in the lounge or in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, we don't sit in these chairs in the lounge, but it's just there's something about doing this that it's so great. It's so
Absolutely.
fun. It's just, and our idea is just, this idea is so original that everybody else has had it. This podcast idea.
Yes.
And I'm excited to get to do one though.
Yes.
I mean, way back in the day, I had somebody tell me that I was uniquely qualified to do a podcast, which is the millennial version of "You have a face for radio."
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm glad that I stuck to my calling of being an angry, radio presenter with a shit face.
Not shit-faced.
No, not this time.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There's still room.
Yeah, these gin and G&Ts are pretty potent.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
should we light up first and then talk about it?
Yeah.
What are you having over there?
Oh, this is a Rocky Patel Disciple, and a Culture Beast first here. This is actually a cigar. Well, I don't think it's a first, but this is a cigar I've never had before.
Ooh.
I'm having it on the podcast.
Live.
Yeah, live. This is on your TV right now.
Live tasting from U.S. Hunley. This is rare.
Yeah.
I have the traditional Chilin Moose.
The Chilin Moose action. Nothing wrong with it.
Mm-mm.
No. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
Yeah. Somebody forgot to tell my parents that when I was born, but...
Well, it didn't need fixed, so... Wait. I don't know how to tie that in.
No, I didn't get fixed, Paul. I still have both of them.
Broken fixed.
That is a healthy flame.
Wow. I got a fire extinguisher right over here if you need it.
I might. I'm going to turn that down. Man, this thing smokes like a chimney.
You made me laugh.
Yours does too.
You made me laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's stuffed up there.
What are your thoughts? Speechless? No.
Never. Rarely am I speechless. This is good. It's dark. It's woody, nutty.
I think my neighbor is sawing down his house next to
Could be. Definitely help the view.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. I like it.
How'd you come across that one?
Is that a pretty wrapper?
Oh, nice.
No, I don't know where I was when I picked this up. I just had never seen it before, and I like to try things that I haven't tried before. And at this point, I mean, I've been smoking for... I had my first cigar at like 18 and a half, 19, and I'm 32. So, I mean, I've been smoking for... There's a lot of cigars that I've had. There's a lot of cigars that I've had.
Yes. That's why it's revolutionary or a rare moment. Whoa.
Yeah, I think I just got a pocket of straight gin there.
So Hugh sent me a video of James May and Richard Hammond having a Culture Beast episode. They did their own Culture Beast episode. They did a
Culture Beast episode.
They did their own.
Schmucks.
It turns out they watch. And so,
yeah, which I'm strangely happy with. So shout out to you guys. Don't ever do that again.
We inspired the famous Richard Hammond and James May.
It felt like it.
It really did.
It was a 17-minute Culture Beast episode.
Yeah.
And we'll try to put it on the page so you guys can see it. But it's actually a really great video about gin, about James May's gin.
Yep.
The Asian parsnip gin.
James May?
James May.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes, okay. Okay. I thought you said something else. Never mind.
How many sips have you had?
1.5.
Well, that's why. So you're sober. That's the problem. They were talking about James's gin, and they actually made gin and tonics with it, which is Richard's premier drink, favorite drink. And I did it the way he does it.
Mm-hmm.
I 3 count, just blub, 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 blub.
Yep.
And then a can of the Fever Tree tonic, Indian tonic.
And a little bit of lime syrup.
Touch, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't have any fresh limes, so.
Nope.
No. And I meant to get some, and I had to buy nightstands instead.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's good, though. I like it.
Yes, it's the story of my life. Don't you want this? Yeah, but we're going to do this instead.
Same.
Yeah.
So, so we're having gin and tonics in they inspired us as we inspired them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turns out.
And yet I also get your own stick, you know?
Yeah.
Like this one's ours.
You can't
You know
touch
what
it.
I mean? You
other,
can't.
Other people might try to recreate Top Gear, but you can't try to recreate Culture Beast.
No. Go.
It's its own thing.
Just think they can do whatever they want.
Because they're famous or something.
Ugh.
I didn't realize that Jeremy Clarkson was coming out with his own drink.
Yeah, it's Hawkstone. Hawkstone. He calls it Hawkstone. But yeah, it's a lager. It's a beer, and apparently it's really good.
Through like just a pub, or do you know much about it?
It's his. It's like wheat and barley and stuff that he grows on his farm.
Oh, really?
And he gave it to a brewer, and they made.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's apparently it's good. I've never had it because I live in America, but I mean, you probably get some.
Probably. It'd probably be really expensive, but you probably could.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So how the last 2 weeks? Give us and the viewers a recap of the epic intrinsic
according
life
to my
of
therapist,
Hugh S.
and this is a direct quote, I am an angry little man. I can't make that up. And of course, my response was, I am not. Yeah. According to my therapist, I'm an angry little man, and it just I don't like. What am I supposed to say to that?
Yeah, you can't say no.
Therapy's great. Yeah, it's been good. Busy. Season's winding down finally, which is great.
Y'all still got a bunch of snow up there?
Oh God, we got more. Like this last week, I got like 6-7 more inches.
Boo you, snow.
But it's so nice here in Billings. It's like what, 60 outside, something like that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
There's buds on your trees,
birds chirping. Washed my car
grinding.
today. Yeah, neighbors cutting down their houses.
Yeah, it's all the joys of home.
Yeah. Good old hill buildings.
The old cars are out. I saw. I don't know if Dexter Jensen was having a photo shoot, but I saw all of his cars in a row.
Oh, really?
Going down Gable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cars he has now.
Well, I think some were his dad's too. He's got the Bel Air. He's got the Camaro they built. He's got an old bucket hot rod.
Oh, okay.
He's got a new Camaro. He's got the Prowler.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a Prowler. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to drive one.
I got to drive his.
Oh,
I
really?
got to ride in his, I should say.
Yeah, I had to drive one. It felt like a Dodge Caravan. It was hilarious.
No, it's not. It's not what I would call. It just doesn't make sense. But there are a couple guys you can find on YouTube. They put a Hellcat motor in one of those.
God bless him.
And I saw that car in Houston at Barrett Jackson.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that car.
So good.
Definitely safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely not safe at all.
I can't imagine.
That's not a safe car.
No, I don't even. What did they come with stock?
They came stock as a 3.6 liter V6.
A V6. Oh, that makes sense for Chrysler.
Yeah, but I mean back then, yeah.
Yeah, no, for them it makes sense.
Yeah, but can you imagine like?
Do you think they'll bring back the Prowler?
No. No, I don't. Not even a little bit. There is this nostalgia thing going on with car manufacturers, though.
Yeah.
Like the Countach is back, which I think that's the best Lamborghini the modern Lamborghini they've made. The best looking. It's gorgeous. And you don't like it. I
don't know. It's like calling like the. It doesn't look like a Countach to me. I cannot see Countach. Like you told me, like
Paul, how does it feel being wrong all the time?
It doesn't. I wouldn't know because I'm not.
Oh shit, that was good. I thought I had you. That was good. That was good. That was funny. You got me. That was good. Oh man. Well, now I'm not gonna do it. No, okay. So you don't see the Countach in that?
No.
I think I do.
I mean, they've had like pop-up lights, like sure, but I don't know. I just don't.
Pop-up lights are gone, and nobody's sadder about it than I am.
I know, me too.
Gone.
But how dope would that be if they would have put pop-up lights on it?
Yeah, but you kind. I feel like with a remake, you kind of have to walk the line of nostalgia, but learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Somebody will do pop-up lights eventually.
Well, yeah, they should.
Yeah, they should have done on that.
Should.
Like that was one of the most iconic parts about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's. I see the Countach. I think it's a gorgeous car, the new one.
Yeah, someone bought one and put it next to an old one and had a side by side. I'm like, I just don't see it.
I see it. Well,
but I mean, I would have changed certain things on it. Nevertheless,
what other cars? What the Bronco?
Mm-hmm. Bronco Sport.
And I'm talking about like a car that
that
stopped and then it started again. What did you say about the Bronco?
Bronco Sport. I was kidding.
Yeah, Bronco 2.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, they should have cut out the Bronco 2. I'm going to start calling them the Bronco 2s.
That's what they are.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
But that's what I mean, am I the only one that made that connection?
Yeah, I haven't, but it's hilarious.
It's the Bronco 2.
Yeah.
What else came back? Ford GT, which is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Bronco, which is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Bronco 2, even more garbage.
Even more garbage, yep.
What else have they brought back? I think now's the time, since we've been talking about it, I think now's the time for Honda to bring back the Prelude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got the Acura's brought the Integra. Let's get a Prelude.
But you know what they would do?
Yeah, it'd be a hybrid, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be a 4-door freaking... No, they'd make it an SUV and be like, this is the Prelude.
Like the Corvette?
No, like the... Yes, like the Corvette and like the Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Dude,
the Eclipse is now an SUV.
The Corvette SUV, and this is one of my topics I'm going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there's no way in hell they're going to make this. Because nobody, and I quote, nobody would be that stupid.
Right.
Guess what they're making? They're making a freaking 4-door SUV Corvette.
Makes sense.
I'm so...
I mean, it's only a matter of time,
A2
right?
Brute, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's too... when is too far? You know, when is it too far?
Yeah,
this is the line.
Yeah, that's far beyond the line.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, I get why they're doing it, right? Because, you know, see Lamborghini and Ferrari and Aston Martin and, you know, like they've always... Like, Chevy's always been, like, on the coattails of what they are trying to do with the Corvette, right?
Yeah.
So, and, like, with the mid-engine thing, they're really going for that market.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And I like them. I like them.
Yeah, I like them too.
I like them.
But, you know, when Ford made the fish, the Mach-E.
Oh, yeah, fish face.
The fish, yep. You know, I think they were like, okay, I guess we can do this since Ford is doing it. Do you think it'd be electric? Like the fish?
Probably. At least going to be a hybrid.
That'd be the best thing.
Speaking of hybrids, I found an EV that I like.
Ooh. Isn't Pagani make one?
What?
Doesn't Pagani make one? A hybrid?
I don't know. Are they? I hope not.
I thought they had one. Who's the supercar manufacturer that has a hybrid?
Most of them.
Right.
Because hypercars are hybrids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pagani doesn't have one. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, I thought they did.
Or maybe they're making one. This is the Peugeot E-Legend.
E-Legend, huh?
And I think it is absolutely stunning. And it's called the E-Legend. It's a concept. I think it's absolutely stunning.
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
I think it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming from a French manufacturer, which means we're not going to get that one, and it's not going to work.
No.
But
no.
I love the styling.
Yeah, I
think
like
it's
that
gorgeous.
a lot, too. Wonder if they'll actually produce it.
Oh. If they do, it won't look like that, and it won't work. But I love it.
It's cool. It looks, yeah, I like it a lot. Is it rear wheel drive, front wheel drive? Do you know?
Well, if it's electric, it's probably all wheel.
Yeah, that's probably true. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's stunning looking. Like
Yeah.
it's so pretty. And if I'm right, which I like to think that I am because I always am. Let me. And I didn't even know this existed until I saw a picture of it, and I was like, "What is that?" Okay. I'm looking for power here. Yeah, do you see the inside?
I didn't get that far.
It's very French. It's very French.
Oh yeah, it is very French.
Very French.
Is that velour seats? It looks like velour.
Yeah, no, it totally is. Which I love.
That's
I love
amazing.
that.
I hope Hyundai makes that hybrid, whatever the thing was. What's it called? That concept?
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it was called.
Thing.
Yeah, it was
Gosh,
perfect.
it's cool, and it's like it's a real driving car.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well, I think a lot of people are doing that nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like the Rolls Royce Visions and stuff, like where they're going to be in 100 years, those are all drivable cars.
Yeah.
So 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, which is about 0 to 60, less than 4 seconds, and reach a maximum speed of 220 kilometers.
Ooh.
Has a range of 600 kilometers, of which 500 kilometers is accessible in 25 minutes thanks to fast charging.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's hybrid, right?
No, it's electric.
Oh, I thought you said the car you liked was hybrid.
No, I said speaking of hybrid cars and such, I found an EV that I like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because it looks like the old Peugeot.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was that? The 504.
Mm-hmm.
504. Yeah.
Now, if they would make a 206,
Yeah. Look at the back.
not electric though. Yeah, that's cool.
Like it's just
I like
gorgeous.
there's no A pillar.
Yeah, me too. I
really
think it's
cool.
gorgeous because it's a 4-door coupe, is what it is.
Mm-hmm. It's 4 doors.
Or, I mean, 4-seat. It's a 2+2.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
but it's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
And look at I just love everything about it. I love everything about this car.
Even the big wheels.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, that's really well
It's
done.
so pretty. Yeah, huge wheels.
I feel like if it made sounds, it'd be a lot better. But
yeah, that's most things, Paul. But yeah, I think it's great. And if they do this, then I mean, I'm good for them.
Yeah, I don't even know what Peugeot makes anymore. I don't know any modern Peugeots.
Well, that's how exciting their cars are.
Yeah,
They do make them, but that's how exciting they are.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows what they look like. And
it's
I think
it's like Mitsubishi. Like, what is Mitsubishi making right now?
I didn't even know they were still making cars.
Yeah, they make the Eclipse as an SUV now.
Do they make anything else?
I have no idea.
The Evo's gone.
Yeah, Evo's gone. It's been gone.
The Lancer's gone.
Yep.
What do they make?
I have no idea.
All right, we're going to find this. This is Culture Beast News right here. We're going to find out.
Coming to you live.
Yeah, I'm going to find... Oh, I ashed all over myself. Happens to 1 in 4 men.
Mm-hmm.
Current... Got to learn how to spell. I just put current PEU and it said current Peugeot models. So somebody else has been asking this question.
Interesting.
Oh. Peugeot has and currently makes... Oh, we were talking about Mitsubishi.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I also wanted to know this.
Yeah.
The 3008, the 208, the 5008, the 308, the 508-2, the 2008, the 107, the Partner, the Expert, the Rifter, the 508SW, the Traveler, the 408, the RCZ, 308SW, E2008, 4007, 508, 1007, 301, 106, 4008, 104, and the Bipper. And the Bipper.
The Bipper?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bipper.
Yeah, and you know the best part about this is they're all garbage looking. Okay,
That's
so
a lot of cars.
yeah, which never heard of half of them.
I thought you were freestyling for a minute.
Learn how to spell. No.
MITSU.
Current
X.
Mitsubishi models. Okay, that's a
Slightly smaller list, I assume. Really?
17. But we don't have a lot of these.
Oh.
Yeah, because they've got the Eclipse Cross, the Outlander, the Mirage, the RVR, the Mirage G4, the Lancer Evolution, which they don't make anymore, Pajero Sport, Lancer, the Triton, the Pajero, Outlander P Heavy, Eclipse Cross, and then, so these are like, there's basically the 2000, they make the Outlander, the Eclipse Cross, and that's it.
Here for the States? That's hilarious. Rest in peace, Mitsubishi.
I don't understand why we don't get these they're fun cars. Mm-hmm. Like we talked about it a couple episodes ago. Toyota needs to bring some cars here. Mm-hmm. Like the Century.
Mm-hmm. I thought they were bringing the Century. What's the new one?
Crown.
Crown.
Yeah. I stand by what I said. It's prettier in person.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, us American, the general consensus of Americans, they want SUVs because they want to set up higher, blah, blah, blah,
Stupid. It's stupid.
And now you got the, what's the stumpy little Chevy SUV model, the Spark or something like that. It looks like an SUV, but it's like a...
I thought it was a hatchback.
No, they're making an SUV it's like a short SUV that's really tall.
That's
so awkward.
Yeah, I know it's not the Spark, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a 1.4 liter turbo engine in it. That's just garbage.
Ford made a 167 is making, and we haven't gotten it, but they make a 1 liter 167 horsepower motor in Europe. Yeah.
Well, 1 liter.
1 liter. And 167 horsepower to 1 liter is pretty freaking good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's like this much.
Yeah.
Like this a liter is literally this much.
The piston's the size of a soup can.
Not even. And I think it's a 3-cylinder, but still, dude, that's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Dude, that'd be a fun little motor putting a rip around in.
Putting a Beetle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that would give it 127 more horsepower than it's got now.
Mm-hmm. People are starting to swap the Toyota GR 3-cylinder into the vehicles. Like someone's doing a swap on an 8.6.
Dude, I'd put it in a lawnmower.
Put a 3-cylinder in a lawnmower?
Yeah.
How fast are you trying to get that yard work done?
I don't know. I mean, you got a lot of yard. You got shit to do. I got shit to do. Dude, that'd be so
amazing.
Dope. They did it. Honda put their put a VTEC motor in one of their lawnmowers, and it goes like 157 miles an hour. Yeah.
I saw that Honda did an IndyCar motor in a CRV. Did you see that?
No.
So Hoonigan last year for SEMA.
Strange.
Yeah. So Hoonigan last year for SEMA, they built a Ridgeline with a IndyCar motor in it, and then all of a sudden, there's a CRV with a IndyCar motor, but not Hoonigan's, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know where
a Ridgeline. So the Ridgeline, it's still a garbage truck.
I mean. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you disagree with me, almighty one.
Well, I mean, as far as just like an economy truck, it's kind of whatever. You know, it just serves its purpose, I guess.
It looks like a Honda Odyssey where they just removed the back windows.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
That's true. But, I mean, the cool thing about those is you can use the entire bed. Because they don't have like the wheel wells taking a bunch of space, you know? So the bed size is huge on those.
No.
Yeah.
This bed size tiny.
Because it doesn't go over the wheel wells. So there's no wheel wells in it.
What?
So you can use the entire bed space.
I'm aware of what no wheel wells means. Well, that's not
Imagine
the part
wheel wells and take them out.
That's not
no
the
wheel
part
wells.
that I disagree with. I just don't see how it can be big if they have. Anyway, let's not get into who. Let's just. We're gonna be here forever. What you said you had some topics. I've already spoken about 3 of mine.
Yeah. So Craig Breen died. I don't know if you know who Craig Breen is. Famous WRC driver, rally driver, Irish dude. He started his. He's been driving since he was a kid. His dad was a rally driver. Is a rally driver.
Because I feel like I've heard the name.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Yeah, he recently. So he spent last year with Ford, and then moved to
Well, that's
Hyundai
why he
today.
died.
Huh?
That's why he died.
No, he's in Hyundai this year.
Didn't you just say he died?
Yes. I said last year he was with Ford, and then this year he got with Hyundai.
I thought you said he was with Ford. I'm like, well, there's why he's dead.
Nope. It's interesting because he was testing for Croatia, which is next weekend.
Yep.
And it's a tarmac event, and he grew up rallying in Ireland, primarily tarmac. And I guess he just went wide on a corner, and a pole went like through the windshield. So
and that's it. That's all she wrote. Yeah. Oh man.
So, but he was like,
terrible.
any of his interviews was just such, like, so much passion behind. Like, there was one from when he was with Citroen. He won one of the rounds, and he was just so emotional, just weeping that he won. And like congratulating the team. Just like so emotional. It just meant so much to him. And he was like, he drove a lot. Like anytime he wasn't doing WRC, he was doing Irish races or testing other vehicles.
It was his life, you could tell.
Yeah, so it's just wild, that like something sucks. He does professionally was just.
Well, I mean, we lost a lot of people, racers that way. Jim Clark, It is one of the risks, and sometimes it goes bad,
Yeah.
And they've done a ton of things to make cars so safe nowadays for racing. Yeah. But you can't predict, like a pole coming through the windshield. You can't predict that.
Right.
Yeah,
super sad. Yeah. So I was really excited to. I was hoping he's going to get a championship this year, but yeah, it's a huge bummer. So aside from that, Formula D was last weekend. The first round in the start of the season. It was good. Formula D's. It's good. I guess they've been around 20 years, which I didn't realize.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought this was a relatively new thing.
Same. Yeah, this is their 20th year, so they had a bunch of recap stuff. Yeah, it's interesting because watching Formula D versus Drift Masters in Europe, it's totally different.
That's what you said. I remember you saying that on the podcast at one point. Yeah.
So I'm trying to as I'm branching into motorsport on my own, I'm trying to watch more Formula One, watch more drifting, kind of see what else is kind of out there, you know. So this morning there were Goodwood was doing some racing live, which was really fun to watch.
I got highlights sent to me a couple times.
Yeah. So so Formula D, pretty interesting stuff. The scoring is pretty interesting. How all that works is pretty interesting. It was interesting with the Goodwood race this morning because cars spun out and cars lost body parts and they just kept going. They didn't.
Yeah, that's
yellow flag.
Racing for
they
you,
didn't.
Dude. Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
Nope.
And with Formula One, someone sneezes wrong, they're like, up.
Yeah, and even the announcers, you can tell that. The thing I loved about when we watched the Australian GP is you could hear the announcers be like, well, that wasn't a red flag. And then it got quiet from it, which meant somebody was yelling at them. And then they went, well, that seemed fair. That seemed fair. I just thought that was so funny,
Yeah, when you pointed that out, it was very obvious. That's exactly what was happening.
Exactly what was happening.
So
April
funny.
30th is the next Formula One GP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which one. I think it's Saudi Arabia. No, we already did Saudi Arabia. It might be Bahrain.
I think you're right. The last one was right.
Yeah, I think it was Bahrain, but I'm gonna check.
And then Croatia is next weekend for WRC.
Yeah,
which is going to be awesome. Sad, but awesome.
Yeah. Well, speaking of WRC, somebody finished their car.
I did. Yeah. So I took the last month and a half and built a
Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
Azerbaijan, yeah.
And it's 5:30 in the morning or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'll watch.
Yeah, I'm getting up for that.
Absolutely. So I finished my wide body on my car. Wasn't intending on going wide body with it, but with the tires rubbing as bad as it did last year, I didn't want to take the risk of. I literally couldn't run my new tires on it, so I just had no choice but to run spacers, and I couldn't run like a thin spacer because I don't have enough lug nut. So I just had to do 1.5-inch spacers. Yeah. So I didn't have a choice.
It looks really good.
Thanks.
It looks really good.
Thanks.
Annoyingly so.
Yeah. I'm curious about its durability because it's I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Well, yeah. I'm interested to see myself.
I just don't, I don't know how to build for structure like that.
Not yet. Not yet.
I think if I do end up doing molds, I can just like
replace the parts.
Yeah, but make them like really, really, really thick, So I think that would be good. But yeah, it turned out good. It was a very arduous task, but it was rewarding for sure. It's fun driving around,
Oh yeah.
Like I drove it to work yesterday, and as I was leaving the parking lot, this old guy driving by like gave me the okay, that looks cool,
That's what you want.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I've been looking for a race car.
Yeah,
but I want to do it right, and I want to get the car that I want, but also, as I said, I just kind of was like, all right, Lord, I want to get a race car. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna build a race car too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling left out. So and every car that I've called on, and it's been a plethora of different ones. I mean, an 80s Accord coupe, hatch.
Yep.
I called on a 1998 Acura Integra.
Yeah.
I've called on several, and every time they've sold.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay,
pump the brakes.
I'm gonna keep looking, but I really kind of have my heart set on a last gen Prelude because I just love them, and 4-wheel steering is gonna be really helpful.
Yes.
And they're just cool looking, dude. I really like them.
Mm-hmm. That would suit you really well.
I think so. And it's a bigger coupe, which I like.
Yep. There's a lot of support mods for them.
Yep. And really, lots of easy stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like them. They're that chiseled JDM look. Mm-hmm. And it's a Honda. It's going to be reliable. It's going to be bulletproof and easy to fix. So I'm that's what I'm thinking. I just I have to find one. And
sometimes you can find people's like abandoned projects, which like they run and drive, but they look like trash, which is perfect.
I don't care.
I'd rather buy a car that is not done.
No, because then you can do it. Like, because on that, like I would want to do, I'd want it like again. You and I are different in a lot of ways. Our culture beast started because of our differences.
Right.
If you need an example, look at how he's dressed versus how I'm dressed.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, it's almost spring, technically.
Yes.
March 21st was officially spring.
Oh, it was, huh? That's when you get a waistcoat.
Do you remember? Yep.
Yes.
And I've been looking at Nikes.
Okay.
Anyway, but I just wanted to remind you that. But I really, I want to kind of go more, and I never thought I'd say this, but I want to go like vintage JDM.
Okay.
It. Like
90s vintage JTM or JDM?
Like, like the body kits and the, the
underglow. You gonna go underglow?
Maybe.
That'd be awesome. It's making a comeback.
No, dude, that'd be dope.
It is not a taboo to do underglow in your car anymore. Which is weird.
But like that 8 series I showed you. Yeah. That kind of style. 3-piece wheels. But I also, that's in my head what I want to do, but I want to make it a functional rate. Like I want to, make a slow car fast. Yeah. Kind of thing. So yeah, I'm
excited.
I'm excited. I just want to find the right car. Yeah. And I make sure I have the right amount of money to, get the car, and then, and it might be save up for the summer and then find something in the fall and work on it in the winter.
Yeah. That's the perfect time to do it, because then when spring comes around, you're like, all right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Like I took my Focus to the store last night, like 9 o'clock, 9:30, and it's just so fun, like having like curated this car over the winter, and now I'm like able to drive it, enjoy it, and it's so fun.
It's a dope car.
Thank you.
So now performance upgrades.
Yeah, so the only thing I'm really going to do is spark plugs, just change spark plugs. And then, because this year I'm curious to see how like the new seat helps, the new steering wheel helps, the sticky tires help, it being a little bit wider. So I'm curious to see how the car handles just with those simple modifications, you know.
And you bought your sticky tires new.
Yes. Yeah, they're old, but they're new. They're new to me.
They haven't been driven.
No, the date codes are 2018. So, but I'm not going to use them on the street.
No.
I'm literally I'm going to swap tires when I get to the track.
Okay.
So,
I'm interested to see how they work.
Yeah, because I mean, like the great thing, like I've talked about a million times, is like, you know, starting with the wrong setup, you know, and being reasonably quick on it.
Yeah. And you were.
Yeah, I was reasonably quick, and then getting like a better setup, you know, and then seeing the contrast is wildly fascinating to me. So I'm excited for you to have the same thing, because you're growing in like your intentionality behind, you know, doing things a certain way. Yeah. You know, so like figuring out how to like, you know, get this car, acquire it, start making it your own, you know, adding your touches to it, and then like figuring out how to drive it quick, because you've raced, you know, you've done some track stuff, but figuring out how to do it like consistently, lap after lap, you know.
Yeah, and I love that adage, you know, if you can make a slow car fast, you can make a fast car faster.
Yep. Rest in peace, Colin McRae.
Yeah. Something that I was thinking about is that I don't know if I can do SCCA events with you.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I'm going to want to smash you.
My tires are into me.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's only one car on the course at a time, so...
my clutch slipped. Your clutch slipped at 60 miles an hour? Yep.
Straight into my friend.
Yeah. No, I just meant like time-wise. I iron sharpens iron, but I want to like you.
Yeah.
So
you're intimidated?
Yeah. Slightly. It's not so much intimidated, though, as like, one, I know you're good at it. I know that with consistency, I could be probably good at it.
Yeah.
But
you'd probably be better at it than I would.
Well, I don't know about that. But I just, there's that natural rivalry of brothers. Mm-hmm. It's been there since Cain and Abel. Yep. And that went well.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
We'll see.
So that could actually be a very good lesson for me.
Yeah. Me too.
Because I will want to crush you on the track. Every fiber of my being is gonna be like Speed Racer over here, you know.
It is fun, like having, you know, because my goal is always keep up with the Subarus. So I can keep up with the Subarus.
That's a fair goal, though. That's like, especially in rally, that's a fair goal.
Dude, it's so rewarding when I'm like a second or two behind the Subarus. I'm like, oh my gosh, like.
And those Subarus are like, son of God, piece of shit, you know.
One event, I was a second off one of the Subarus, and he's like, man, I'm a terrible driver. Sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Selling this piece of crap.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited it'll be fun to build with you and pick your brain, and you know, with the skills you've learned body wise and welding wise, like you know, and I know I can tap into that. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be fun to, like, you know, put higher performance spark plugs in and tune it, you know, and down the road, you know, I would like to turbo at some point.
Yep. And I mean, the great thing about that car is like you can really easily.
But I want to. I told myself if I've decided on this Prelude, and I get one, I'm not going to turbo it for the first 2 seasons.
Yep.
Because I want to learn naturally aspirated.
Yep.
My problem is, though, I think, is that unlike you, who will cut into a car, just cut it up, put stuff on it, like don't care.
Yep.
I can't. It's going to be very hard for me to put a hacksaw to any car. Yeah. It is just hard for me.
It is a very strange feeling.
It's hard for me.
There's no coming back.
No.
Like the fronts, sure. Like you can like replace a fender, but the backs, you are committed when you start hacking with the back. Unless you're a very talented body man. Yeah. And you can replace fenders, you know. And
like I'm just telling you right now, I will straight up not be having a good time.
I think I've had 10 moments where I'm like, well, no going back now. And I'm like, nope, definitely not going back now. Like,
this is really good, by the way.
Good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm glad you're enjoying
this
it.
This is really good.
How does it pair with the gin tonic?
Oh, not very well.
No?
But they're very different drinks.
Yeah.
I mean, very different flavor profiles.
Yeah,
you know? This would go great with whiskey.
Oh yeah.
or Scotch.
Mm-hmm.
Not this. However, you know what would go well with this? Rose of Sharon.
Oh yeah. Or a Sweet Jane. Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, I'm very. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous about that part, and I don't even have the car yet.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But I think that's probably why I should find one that somebody's just beat the shit out of, because then it won't bother me.
Yeah, like my car, I bought it for $1,500. You know, like its sole purpose in this world is to be a race car. And I just have to be like, okay, like
that's the other thing. Yeah.
Yes, like that's its job in the world is to get beat on. And it is my car. I will do with whatever I want with it now.
That's so stressful. Yeah, but I mean, it's a mentality shift that I have to have for sure.
And you can build a Prelude to be both functional and race car.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah. But I mean, like for me, it's like how many people are going to put in the back seat?
No, like I'm going to do stuff like that.
Got it.
But I do want it to be functional. I'm probably not going to remove the AC on mine.
No.
Or, because I'd like to like drive it down the canyon and,
Yeah.
That's a heck of a proving ground on that canyon when it's dry.
Oh.
When it's wet, it's homicidal or suicidal, but
yes.
Yes. Yeah. Carving that canyon will be.
Yeah.
And that's right near my house. So like having that proving ground, like I do some stuff. I go out and see how it did. Like,
yeah, having that loop around my house is so much fun because I can just go run
test loop.
Run a loop real quick, and if it breaks down, like it's close enough that I can just walk home, and get my truck.
Yep.
So it's fun, dude. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun to see.
I'm gonna be calling you a lot. But yeah, it's definitely something that's been on my mind. Something else car wise that's been on my mind.
Yes.
Is I think next time you come up, I want to paint the wheels on the truck.
Okay.
I'm also, I was going to order those lights that were the light bars and the thing. And I don't know why. I had it all in the cart. And I was just like, I'm going to hold off. And I'm really glad I did, because I just found they make this bumper, this truck bumper that's got built-in LED lights and light bars that for that truck, and it looks mean.
That's awesome.
And the bumper, obviously the side piece, my dad literally ran into his house.
Oh, really? Because I didn't realize it was super dented.
Well, no, he zip tied it together. Oh. He's like, I don't know what to do. I said, throw a zip tie on there, and so I was kidding.
Wow.
But so like I would need to replace that piece anyway. So I've been kind of looking into that, and then as I was doing that, I was like, well, if I do that, and then I started going down the rabbit hole one night of like what I could do to this thing, and there's
a lot of cool stuff you can do with those trucks. There's a couple parts trucks here in Boogs for sale.
Stop it.
That have like Pretty Runner kits on them.
Shh.
I do think it was pretty expensive though. But
yeah, that thing as a pre-runner is great. But and then the more I go down this rabbit hole, and then you would be so proud. I had this moment of Jesus.
Yeah.
This moment of Jesus. And I just had this voice go, you don't owe anything on this.
Yeah.
Just use it as a work truck.
Yep.
Don't cut up nothing. Don't break nothing. Don't.
Yeah.
So
that's
what
good.
I'm in the end I'm going to do is they literally just plug and play. Like the plugs are tied up in the bumper.
Yeah.
And they got the 2 slots for the fog lights. I'm gonna get LED yellow fog lights, and then just do that. Spencer
Scala is gonna be screaming at this right now. You need to do diodynamics. He loves diodynamics. They're a good brand.
But see, I know they are a good brand.
Yes.
They don't have fog light kits for my truck.
They have universal ones.
Yeah.
You can do universal lights on them. Diode doesn't do a really good job as far as lighting.
Levi Mowry, same way. He was like, you got to do diodynamics. You got to do diodynamics.
Yeah.
We get it. Love you guys. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna do whatever I can do right that'll fit the truck. Then it's cheap. Yeah. I don't want to spend $600-700 on this.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing about diodynamics. Yeah, they make great lights, but they're expensive.
Yes.
And I got bills and stuff.
Yeah. Like this year with just the car, the cars that run, I have to get spark plugs for 4 of them.
Yeah. You have to get a transmission boot for this.
Yeah, which is on its way.
Yeah.
And I have to do oil on this, oil on the Rabbit. I should probably do an oil change on the Focus. and then I got to get a battery for my dune buggy, new battery for my truck. My truck needs re-registered. My Rabbit needs registered. No, Rabbit's later on this year. Focus needs re-registered. Yeah, it's like all of them take gas, right?
Isn't that just the pets? They all drink gas.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a very great problem to have, and I'm very thankful that I have it. But when you start having a collection, you know, it's like all these things start to add. I mean, don't realize like I need to replace spark plugs on absolutely everything. Like,
all of it.
Yeah. The only thing that's good spark plug wise is my dune buggy, which is hilarious.
Because you just did them.
No, because the person who had the motor before me just did them.
Well, nice. Well done, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so... It's just... You're right. You don't think about that. But there... Like, I've started... Because I guess I'm an adult now. Like, I've looked at some cars, and I always look at now the 5-year... Like, they do a 5-year...
thing.
Thank you. And it tells you how much it takes to, like, a year to do maintenance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
And,
I don't want to see that.
You know, people are like, oh, I want a Porsche. Oh, I want a Mercedes. I want this. Yeah, get one. They're going to get their money back.
Uh-huh.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
And just, again, I get rabbit holes because I can't sleep. A Bugatti's oil change is $16,000.
Oh, my God. That's it?
They have to remove part of the rear and part of the engine to do
Seriously?
Yeah.
Bump that noise, dude.
$16,000 for an oil change. Now, granted, W16, a lot of oil.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But still. Like, and so you think about it, like these people, you know, they get these really fancy cars. You're like, why don't you do your own work? But no.
You can't do your own work.
You know? And so yeah, it's very interesting to me.
Yeah,
because I never would think of that back in the day, and I haven't had any cars, like daily cars, that were newer that were
required a lot of maintenance.
Yeah. But it's starting, especially with this Explorer. Mm-hmm. The gremlins are starting. The electronic gremlins are starting, and all this stuff, and all. And I just ting, 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 ting. And I'm just, sell it. Just sell it. You know, because it is, I mean, it adds up. You know, and when you have 7 cars.
Yeah.
Paul.
I don't have 7 cars, I have 8.
That's worse, Paul. That's worse. Well, no, it's not, but it is.
Yeah.
Do I? Did you see, I'm going to switch gears if it's good with you. So the DBS, the current DBS from Aston, they are making, they're bringing back the Volante, the convertible.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
With more horsepower.
Oh, good for them.
770.
Hey, that's great.
It's kind of the last hurrah of the DBS before this gen goes out. And I wanted to show it to you. It's a pretty car. It's way better as a Volante.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm not a convertible guy, but that's a good convertible.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
It works.
That's beautiful.
It uses an uprated 5.2 liter V12 with 770 horsepower, or 770 PS, which works out to be 759 horsepower. Twin turbo beast delivers 664 pound-feet of torque.
Jeez.
Yeah. At 1,800 RPMs.
Wow.
Think about that for a minute.
Just screaming.
Yeah. That's nuts.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
God bless them.
And it's, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good looking convertible.
Mm-hmm. Is it a hardtop convertible or like a...
I don't know. I think it's soft top probably. Because they still do the soft tops. Aston does. Yeah, and this is it's a special edition car, the 770 Ultimate Volante. But thank you, Verizon. I don't need your internet. But it's actually configurable.
What do you mean?
Even though it's a special edition, you can go on and configure one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you get a 4-piece leather luggage set. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Did you see Alpha is doing a limited run of both the Julia and the what's the SUV called?
Stelvio.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Yeah,
and that's gorgeous.
It is cool. The green's a really good green.
God.
Yeah,
that green is money.
Mm-hmm. Not money green, but it's a good shade of
like,
green. Yeah.
Like I would spend money on that.
Yes, it is very good.
I think this is culture beast conversation.
Okay.
Culture beast prediction even.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we hadn't had one of those in a while.
Mm-mm.
I mean, we've been right about a lot.
Yes.
Like, honestly, forget call Miss Cleo. Call Culture Beast.
Yeah.
We're good at this.
Just when it comes to cars.
Yeah. Your love life is your business.
Yep. We can't do that.
Most of my relationships weren't great. You've never really had one.
No.
And we just don't care.
Mm-mm. No. It's on your own, buddy.
Exclusive. Heard it here first. We don't care.
Kick rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. Get out of here. You bother me. Well, I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, Culture Beast prediction.
Yes.
I think we're going to see a lot more of these special edition one-off cars because we've seen an uptick in them.
Yeah.
And I think we should.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, even more the domestic brands, the CTSV Blackwing or CT5V or whatever it is now.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that's like the push to create something as a collector car, the future collectors.
Absolutely. They released the numbers on the C8Z Z06
yeah.
and it's 800 and 1,000 horsepower.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Well, they don't have a choice.
What?
800 is the Z06 and the other one, the ZR1 or whatever, is going to be
800.
Or not. Okay. The ZR1 is 800 and then there's another one's going to be 1,000.
Jeez.
Here's the thing. I think Ford first forced their hand.
Okay.
Because the new GT500 Mustang is like 738 horsepower or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's the most powerful Mustang they've ever built. And I think we're finally seeing Ford and Chevy answer the Hellcat. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've seen it, like they've put cars out against it, but like they're now saying, because now
I don't put the Corvette in the same league as the Mustang anymore.
No, but what I'm saying, they're getting it.
Do you think? Go ahead.
And even Dodge is the final edition of the Hellcat. It's like it was just released.
Yeah. Did you see how they released it?
No.
So they brought it to like a national NHRA event or something like that via helicopter.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
Didn't it win some races too against like drag cars?
Probably. I have no idea, but they debuted it by bringing it on a helicopter.
Awesome.
It was so cool.
Style.
Yeah. That's so rad. Do you think Ford will bring back the GT500, like the homage to the original GT500, the rear engine, or the GT40? GT40?
The original Ford GT was a GT40.
Yeah, the GT40. That style, do you think they'll bring that back to compete with the Corvette?
That's a good question.
I just thought about that.
That's a really good question.
Uh-huh.
That's annoyingly a good question.
I guess I heard why they discontinued them is because the headlights sit too low now.
Oh yeah.
For safety, for road safety.
Oh, you mean like the most current GT?
Yeah, that's why they stopped, just because they.
We talked about the Countach earlier in the episode. I like it. I think it's a good homage.
Yep.
I don't think you can homage the GT40. I think some cars, like the 250 California, the 250 GTO, just leave it. Because I think that you can't get there again. Right,
but I mean, like when you see the more more modern editions of the GT40, you know what it is. You look at it and you're like, okay, that's it. Whereas like with the Corvette, if you didn't know it was a Corvette, you would think it was a supercar, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's going to be a hybrid if they do, though.
Which would be dope.
Again, there's just certain things you shouldn't mess with.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one of them.
That's true. But it'd be fast.
It got me so upset I turned into Jerry Seinfeld. Don't do it. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you got this Ford GT, and you got this Corvette. Just leave it alone. That was terrible.
That was
Something. Yeah,
it was good. Yeah, I'm just curious if they.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Back.
I think, in my humble ish opinion,
Okay.
have you ever tried being humble? Who's that? I don't know if it's a good idea.
What's your hesitation towards it?
We've had 2 modern iterations of the Ford GT, and both of them were not very great and didn't sell for long until they canned it.
Yeah.
So to me, if I looked at it from a business perspective, it's wasting money.
Yeah. Last one they made a V6. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it worked.
Yeah, but I mean,
it wasn't.
No. You heard the sounds from it, and you're like, it's just.
It wasn't a. Yeah, that Ford GT, that was the beast.
Yeah.
You know.
Like you see the. What's the 2-door dot? I get the Challenger and Chargers mixed up.
The Challenger's 2-door.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you see the Challenger, and you see one that looks awesome, and then you hear it, and you know it's definitely V6.
Yeah.
And you're like, eh.
But here's the thing: when you get even the Scat Pack, not even the Hellcat, I don't care where you are, you're going to hear it before you see it.
Yes.
I mean, Dodge has done a hell of a job tuning that exhaust. Man, that sounds good.
Yes.
They do. I'll give them credit. I think they're dinosaurs.
Absolutely.
But the iron block just, I mean, you know, they're antiquated. But it's a great example of sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. And that's what I wanted the GT40, the last version, to sound like. You know, just like snarling at you, and you are a little bit afraid for your life. And it's like just kind of purring at you like a kitten.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, kittens are assholes, but
that's true.
I know. I have 2 of them. Anyway, I thought the first modern rendition of the Ford GT. I thought it was great.
I did too.
A great homage. I just wish it had worked.
Yeah.
They're little things. I love that the doors came in like that, like the old one did. I love that they really made it look like the old one. It had the lines. It had
the gated shifter.
Yeah. And so I think that was a better homage to it.
Yeah.
I just wish it had been a little more practical and worked. If they were going to sell it as a road car, which they did.
Right.
If you're not going to sell it as a road car, I don't give a shit about practicality.
But I think you have to I think you have to, you know what you're getting. You know, you're going to have to drive it in certain places, certain days, certain times.
Yeah.
You know.
But I just wish, I wish it was it worked a bit better, but I really liked that.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to go like buy a bunch of groceries with it, you know. You can drive to the store, but you're not going to buy a bunch.
Yeah. I really liked those. I always have.
Yeah.
Since they came out.
It would be, I think it'd be interesting to see if they came out with an answer to the mid-engine. Because they don't have a mid-engine anymore, you know. When it's almost like with the GT40, it was kind of a staple in there for a while. I mean, they've had one for a long time. It was the first, decade that they haven't had one?
What?
A mid-engine? Ford? Yeah.
Did they have one in the 80s? In the 90s? I don't know. Yeah, they usually have some sort of high-end sports car answer to things.
Right. Yeah, because that was the whole thing with the Corvette and the Mustang, is they were, you know, the rivals. So it was like STI and Evos, you know, is that rivalry together, and now they're completely separate.
Well, I always thought the Corvette was kind of in its own league.
Really?
Yeah, because it just, to me, it was such a different car to the Mustang. The Mustang, I think the Mustang's natural rival was the Camaro.
I could see that.
The Corvette, for me, was, from the 60s on up, was kind of the ultimate, until the Hellcats family, because they put it in everything now.
Right. Except for the van.
Well,
which would be rad.
Somebody rendered it.
And it looks awesome.
Please do this. Yeah. Please do this. I'd buy one, dude. Yeah. I would buy the hell out of that car. And they look good.
They look awesome.
Anywho, I always thought the Corvette was the top tier, highest echelon of what the American muscle car had to offer. And then right under that was the Mustang and the Camaro. Like the Mustang, the Camaro, and the Challenger were all the natural rivals. To me, the Corvette was in kind of its own league.
Interesting.
I think the Corvette was always kind of going after a different league of car. We're talking Mercedes, the high-end performance cars. I mean, I think it definitely, the low rung on the totem pole, but it was going after Porsche and BMW and things like that. I think now, and it definitely is now, but for me, that natural rivalry has always been the Camaro and Mustang.
Yeah, I could see that. Because I was thinking like heritage, like racing, in the 70s and 80s, because Mustang came onto the scene. And then what did Chevy have at that time that was rivaling the Mustang?
Camaro.
Yeah.
And well, because Chevy was under GM, so they had the Camaro, they had the Trans Am, they had whatever Pontiac they were making at the time.
Yeah.
Trans Am. I just remembered that's a Pontiac. No, Hugh, that's wrong.
I guess I always put like the Corvette in line with the Mustang, but I could see your argument. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, in racing, they all raced in the same area, but it was the big block Corvettes were always kind of what they were striving to get, and then you bring a car that has a big V8 like the Ace Roadster that became the Shelby Cobra and put it's a light racing car like that Roadster, put a big engine in it, and that was all they were always trying to get. The big blocks though, they were all, like that's why they did it.
Well, it's interesting because in Formula D, there's a couple people piloting Corvettes.
Isn't there Ferrari in Formula D? A 599.
Yeah, not this.
Which I never would have been like, what car I want to sling sideways and maybe hit a wall.
Yeah,
priceless Ferrari.
And it hasn't been a good chassis for him.
I bet not.
He's really struggled with it. I mean, it's cool that he does it. I think his name is Federico. But a lot of people have been like, you should just change chassis. He's a good driver, but not a good chassis. Yeah.
When I saw that, it was very strange to me that
dope,
was
though.
It's super dope. Like, but it was just like,
yeah. Pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. Did you see that Gordon Murray released a second car?
I saw a snippet of it.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
I think I saw a little bit of it.
I'm going to bring it up for you.
Tantalize my eyes.
Also, while we're waiting, I might have sent it to you. Did you? No, I took a picture of it. I took a screenshot. I found my favorite color on the MC20.
Oh, really?
It's a custom color.
Oh.
And I think that this is the prettiest color that car's ever been in.
Ooh, a rose gold?
Yes.
Yeah,
like a
like
rose wood. Yeah, kind of like a rose gold meets champagne.
Yeah, that's so cool. Those are cool cars.
Yeah, man. I know. And you're going to have one day. I know you will.
Someday.
Yeah, you will. So, yeah, Gordon Murray. This is a car-heavy episode. I love talking about all this fun stuff, Yep. Like fashion, but I love a car-heavy episode now and then.
Absolutely. And it's our podcast, so we can talk about whatever we want.
Whatever we want. Hold on, I'm trying to get the keywords right.
Yeah, I wish we'll talk about Fords.
The T33 Spider.
Okay. The Gordon Murray one.
Yeah. And you definitely know that Gordon Murray writes the taglines. The T33 is engineered to be the world's most. I gotta do my Gordon Murray verse. The T33 is engineered to be the world's most beautiful and most accomplished two-seat sports car. And with 2 removable roof panels, the Spider offers and then it cuts out. But yeah, and it has a it's a V12.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's so. Let me accept this. So, it's carbon fiber body, V12 engine, and obviously Cosworth probably makes that. It's a gorgeous freaking car. And I think it's a hybrid train.
I want to see.
I'm not. I know. I'm getting there.
Hurry!
Here. There's the galley. No,
yeah.
Take it. You can look at the photos, but I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not a fan of the matte blue, if I'm honest.
Well, it's a good thing you can pay a lot of money to change that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's prettier than the T50.
Looks pretty big too, compared to him standing next to it.
He's a tall guy.
Yeah. I like that air duct in the back that it goes to the engine.
It's a good looking car.
It really is.
So you know how you feel about the MC20?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it for me. That T33 is gorgeous, dude.
Ooh, do you see how the wheel? Why do the wheel wells pop out like that?
I haven't seen it.
What's that for?
I don't know.
It's not like the engine's back there.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
We will have to find out. It's stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing 2 removable panels in the back, I mean you keep that rigidity.
Yeah.
Look at that freaking scoop right next to your freaking head. Like,
don't worry.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's gone. So's your car.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that really, I mean, it's just good looking, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and
ooh, the gentleman shifter.
yeah,
Nice.
I love
Very
that.
good.
Yeah, it's well done. Oh, it's a luggage compartment.
Oh, you can put a hat back there. That's nice.
Yeah, well, that's a very small suitcase.
You can put a pair of shoes.
You know why you get luggage with these high-end cars? Because they actually make bags to fit it.
Their own tailored bags.
Look at that brushed aluminum dial, though. It's not digital.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that needs to go away is digital dashes.
I agree wholeheartedly. I'm trying to find.
That was an interesting thought I had.
What?
I think in the future, a successful. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
That's the tack.
I think a successful company will be a company that. Ooh.
I love good pedals.
Man, those are good pedals. They're just like, yeah, those are nice. Yeah, light, strong.
Oh, I like it.
I'm trying to find a good set of pedals for my Focus. Ooh, yeah, those body lines are good.
Yeah, it's really well done.
So what I was saying, is I think a successful company in the future will make retrofit analog dials for cars. Because at some point, those screens are going to fail. And with cars coming out like every 2 or 3 years, that, those screens are now obsolete and they don't make them anymore. You know what I mean?
That's uncomfortably clever. I think you might be onto something there. Like that, I have rarely, but I have no argument with this. I know it's Culture Beast first.
Yeah.
I have no argument with this, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes all the sense in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, because just as like some cars you can't get regulators for, or you can't get this or that for, that's electronic. Like, how are you going to find a gauge for a
2019 McLaren P1?
Right, exactly. Like, what are you going to take like 4 iPhones and glue them together and stick them in there? What are you going to do?
It's just like an iPhone. You're going to hit a small bump and the screens will crack.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because eventually that screen will crack, or like it'll get cold or wet behind it or something, and then what are you going to do?
Or if it pixelates.
Yeah, pixelates.
It's going to pixelate right over something important.
Yeah.
Because it never does something.
Your
it's
gas
never on
gauge.
the side of the. It's never on the side of the TV.
Yeah.
It's always right in the middle.
Yeah, because if your gas gauge goes out, you got to replace the whole freaking thing.
Yep. That's a really good point. Look at you thinking.
Big brains.
Using your dipstick, Jimmy. That's and I mean, they have companies that do modern dials for old cars. Why wouldn't they have cars that do? Or why wouldn't they have cars? Why wouldn't they have a company that does classic dials for modern cars?
Right. Yeah.
I think we have to do that.
Okay.
'Cause
Dial it up.
Nobody else has done it.
Mm-mm.
We should.
We'll edit this out.
Dial it up. That was terrible. What is it, a soap commercial? Ooh.
It's a pretty clean idea.
Yeah. No, look at you.
Hey.
Look at you. That was disgusting. I loved it.
But clean.
No, but I think you've stumbled upon something, Mr. Aspen.
Quite cunning.
I like that.
Cheeky.
I had one other thing I was going to talk about. Do you have something?
Yeah. Have you played the new DLC of Forza yet?
Once.
And?
It's good. I actually enjoy it. I just haven't had a lot of time.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I like it. I think, and if I'm right, I think some of the driving dynamics have been tweaked.
Yeah.
And
it feels like it.
It's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I now understand. I wish there were more rally cars as well.
Yeah.
I wish that. If I'm honest, I wish the map was just a touch bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like it.
So
it's fun.
I watched a YouTube channel about, Forza, and he was saying that like each DLC kind of points towards the next game, right?
Oh.
So with like all like the really twisty and turny corners, it would be good for Japan, right?
Yeah.
And then if they did this would be amazing. And then if they did another rally DLC or an option, they could do Australia, they could do the UK, they could do whatever the Britain was the first one.
Well, Britain's in the UK.
Yeah. But whereas there was another European one. Right?
Yeah, it was like southern France, south of France, and Italy. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could do that. Like you could have those different stages on like a different like world rally sort of a map now, since they've had all those games.
Man, I really hope it's Japan.
I do too.
I also hope that they go back to the drawing board. Because
you could think about like the connecting highway being the Togue. Or the huge the highway that they race, that the Hondas race on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the connecting road. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, sneak a track in there.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't actually wondered why they haven't make up a series of that's an actual track. That'd be genius.
Mm-hmm.
But if we get Japan, we're gonna get the hill climb at Fuji.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and get a tow road in there.
Oh yeah, dude, it's
for drifting.
Yeah,
should be super cool. I heard why they chose. What's the town in 4?
Australia?
No, in 4.
In 4. England.
No.
Edinburgh.
Yeah. They chose Edinburgh over London because London, like every building in London is so different, and like trying to make each one of them would have taken away a lot of development from the rest of the game. So they just did we'll just do Edinburgh.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Edinburgh would be a fun city to drive around.
Yes, it would
if
be.
it was blocked off and you could just do whatever you wanted.
Right.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
But if they did decide to do a rally expansion like what they did now, you could choose all those different areas that they've already had games in.
They've spent a lot of time perfecting this rally DLC. Do you think they're going to have a Forza rally game?
I've thought about that.
That's what I kind of wondered.
Because now that they have those different maps in different areas, like they really could do 4 or 5 stages.
Like a heavy. Like
rally.
They're coming out with Forza Motorsport.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we're going to see a Forza rally.
I'd be all about that.
I would too, because if they do it how they do their other games.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I didn't know that. That's very. See, learning new stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's a new Shelby Cobra coming out.
A Cobra?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
The plot thickens.
It does.
Oh no! You're gonna love this. Face. I just made all the faces and it didn't open. Didn't like that. The AC Cobra GT. It's all new, and they
Really?
yeah, and it's gonna have the 5-liter Coyote.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is it put out by Ford or who's it put out by?
It's AC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's going to do the market value with the old ones.
Well, and that's not the only new car they're doing.
AC?
They're doing an all-electric.
Oh, gosh. Stop. That's it. I don't care. What,
this has been Culture Beast.
Pickup or something?
No, it's going to be a Shelby Cobra that's electric.
Oh, really?
So the best part about Shelby Cobra is what?
The engine.
Yeah.
The raw.
And the side pipes.
Yeah. Now it's just going to be like... Or it's
going to sound like the Mach-E.
Yeah.
Which is not okay.
No.
We don't need more fish in the sea.
We have no more fish. We could take out...
All the environmentalists listening went, yeah, we do.
So we'll whisper...
Well, environmentalists and fish factories. Yeah, we do.
Fish factories. The hatchery is the right term, but I like the imagery of a fish factory a little better. Yeah, you'll be in Guppy today. I got hired for the Guppy department.
Oh my God. I almost spit all that gin and tonic out all over the place. A fish factory.
Yeah, I got transferred to Walleye.
You know,
I got hired for the big bass department.
oh man, it said I got transferred to Flounder.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't park there. That's the Marlin parking area. It's not even that funny, but it's just funny.
There's a real shortage on sea sucker fins.
Oh man,
I like the imagery way better.
yeah, no, we can make a whole episode just out of that. Oh man, that was one of the funniest things I've said. It was unintentional. What are they called?
Fish hatchery.
Yeah, that's not what I said.
No, you said factory.
Well, no, I didn't know what the hell they were called.
I'm at the Guppy department. You know, you'll never believe what Jim from Walleye said.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got transferred to carp.
Okay, I need to
Man, the
you gotta
goldfish
quit. No,
department.
Stop it.
I'll tell you what, they got ping pong tables in there. Goldfish is where you want to be.
Trout, call on 3. Trout, call on 3.
The trout lounge.
It kind of smells in here. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, are you one of those freshwater noobs?
Yeah, Tina from the tuna department.
Oh God, my stomach hurts so bad. I mean, we could literally keep going.
Yeah, Tom and Trout. There's Toby from Trout.
You know, I got to tell you, the salmon people got way better coffee. Whew. Oh, my stomach hurts so bad. I'm just trying not to throw up right now. It's never not funny. Like the visual, I just keep getting these, like, you know the Walmart vests that they have to wear? Like, can you imagine just like a fish walking around a department store in one of those? Oh, man. His name tag just says Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Oh, gosh. So funny.
Well, I'm going to take my 15-minute break in the koi pond.
The koi department.
Oh, man.
It's so funny.
Oh, they wouldn't have toilets, so would they?
No.
No, fish funerals. Nope. I ain't going to that thing.
No.
Oh, man. See, I can't. There's nothing I can say to top that.
No, that was pretty funny.
That's it for me. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know.
My stomach hurts so bad.
Same. Oh my gosh.
It's just keeps getting funnier when I think about it too. Oh man, this was. Oh no. Oh, this is as good as risotto.
Yeah,
pouring
the
risottos.
risotto. Yeah.
Oh man.
So funny.
Fish fact. Oh, my father, the avid fisherman, would be so disappointed in me right now. Like half my family just rolled over in their grave, and most of them aren't even dead yet. Like, oh god,
so funny. Well, to wrap things up, what else do you have to talk about?
I'm tapped.
What are you listening to?
Fish Sounds by Moby.
The whale department just has Moby on all the time.
That's such a great joke. That's a great joke. Ooh.
The clownfish department.
It's not funny. Oh, just a bunch of
all dad jokes.
The sharks are actually vegetarians.
Yeah.
Oh man, fish are friend, not food. Oh man, I've been listening to a lot of Broadway stuff.
Okay.
Been in a Broadway mood.
Is that like spring Broadway? Is that like what? Is spring like Broadway?
No,
Okay.
I just in the mood.
Nice.
Yeah, there's really nothing to do with the weather.
No.
I just got a song from the Prince of Egypt stuck in my head, and down a rabbit hole I went.
There it is.
And the next thing I knew, I was screaming on the way home from work at the top of my lungs to Dancing Queen by ABBA.
That's a very interesting juxtaposition.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a technical song.
I think Iconic Summer is going to make a resurgence here pretty soon.
Yeah.
I've added a lot of good songs to it.
I'm excited.
Yep.
I always have it saved. It's a great driving playlist.
It is. It is.
I have added a few songs to your playlist.
Oh, sweet.
Beasties. And
I'll check them out.
I
That's a good
also,
playlist. Oh my gosh.
Eniko.
Eniko?
She did that Jericho song that went acapella, went viral on TikTok and all that stuff. That and it's, but her other stuff is really good.
Interesting.
She has an amazing voice. Also, I've been listening to a lot of Hiatus Coyote. Love Hiatus Coyote. Her voice is ridiculous. But yeah, been listening to a lot of that.
Yeah, now's when I get into a lot of a lot more reggae. I love reggae in the summer. Oh my gosh, you can't listen to the winter. There's
I
just
like
no way.
reggae. I don't actively. That just turned to shit. I don't actively like seek it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a weird genre to get into.
Yeah. I think also, I just like, I like it. It's just not, I don't think about it.
Right.
When I'm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
In summer. It's the only time for me to listen to it. Like, it just like, it's, vibey, summery, like, I don't know.
I listen to a lot of Surfaces in the summer.
Yeah. And I guess Surfaces, like their first album was more I don't know.
That whole album is summer.
Yeah, it's so good. I don't think they could ever replicate that album.
I also welcome to The Price is Right. Yeah. I've also been listening to like in the mornings when I'm waking up, I turn on jazz in my ear. I like jazz.
Yeah.
I've been cooking a lot more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And cook a lot anyways, though.
Yeah, but I've been like tackling recipes that I've always wanted, like beef bourguignon from scratch. You know, I made it for Easter for my family.
Oh, really? I've never had it.
Braciole, which I made when Josiah and Mr. Howley came down.
Nice.
And you know, chicken and dumplings. Yeah, I've just been, but like I've been tackling bigger recipes.
Nice.
I think my time working with Chef really kind of instilled a confidence in me.
That's great.
Yeah, and so I'm really excited to, you know, like dive more into the technical. Like I'm gonna get a mortar and pestle. Pestle, mortar and pestle.
Like the grinding thing.
Yeah, whatever it is. Because I want to do homemade
food, herbs.
Yes, pesto.
Pesto, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to do homemade pesto.
Nice.
I actually had a pesto with roasted walnuts instead of pine nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and also because a pesto is just made the way it's made. It's usually, you know, but I saw somebody in addition to, you know, they put in sun-dried tomatoes, and it was real good.
Me. I put in sun-dried tomatoes all the time. You've probably seen it from me. I do pesto, like homemade pasta, pesto, sun-dried tomatoes, sauteed mushrooms.
No, I mean like they grind it into the pesto.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
interesting.
it's red, but it's so good.
Yeah, I'll do sun-dried.
No, I toss pasta and pesto, oil and cheese all the time.
Yeah.
It's a very traditional, that's the traditional Italian way to do it.
I'll do like sun-dried tomatoes and sauteed mushrooms in it too.
Ooh.
Because the sun-dried tomatoes have like a sweetness to it that really like counteracts and works really well with the pesto.
Yeah.
And some chicken. Oof. Some grilled chicken.
I've been, I perfected my white sauce. I've added another step.
Oh, okay.
White wine.
Oh, okay, nice. I've wanted to try to make a white wine white sauce.
So I, and it's hard because the first time I did it, it broke.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mail.
Oh, I was like, your car's leaving. But yeah, no. So I love that because I love to cook and I want to cook more. And I want to. There's just things I want to master. Like beef bourguignon was really not that hard. I mean, it's.
I've never had it. I don't even know what it is.
I'll make it one time when you come up next. I'll make it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been experimenting with. I haven't done it in a while, but you know, egg yolk in the pasta and so it cooks. You know, kind of like a carbonara style, but then
interesting.
Just yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it sounds delicious. I've been making. Well, I made spaghetti the other day. Not spaghetti, but like homemade pasta with a meat sauce, which I didn't make. But I want to figure out like a good red sauce, which I've never really like, made one before.
So you have in one of the episodes or one of the La Dolces. Do you remember this? My recipe then was in it. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I have now perfected. Okay. I will say with as much humility as I can muster. Who's he? My red sauce is dynamite, and it's a commitment. It's a commitment because I cook mine for about 12, 13 hours.
Wow.
And just when I'm home, I know I'm going to be home.
Yeah.
I just keep checking it because I like cooking it down, and I keep adding a bit of stock, cooking it down, and it just turns into sludge. And it's just, and I use pork and beef.
Oh yeah.
And olive oil in the stock pot, olive oil, shallots, garlic, salt, get those, and then meat, brown that all. So it's all happening in one pan. And then tomatoes, a little tomato paste.
Okay.
And I actually have 2 big cans of San Marzanos, which is the only way to go.
Tomatoes?
Yeah.
The heirloom. Wait, no.
No, San Marzanos are a specific tomato that is it comes from Italy, and these are canned, but the original San Marzano comes from Italy. You can get them everywhere else now, a lot of other places anyway. But it makes the best spaghetti sauce.
Really?
I swear by them.
Interesting.
And I just boil those down.
Yeah.
And then I do a lot of different seasonings and add a little stock and some water, and just keep doing that, and just letting it, keeping the lid just cracked. Huh?
Be a good Sunday meal to make.
Yeah, and it takes. You have to kind of watch it, but and just low and slow. Get it simmering, and then just turn it all the way down, and just let it
Yeah.
I'll make it sometime when you're up.
Okay.
I have to start early.
Yeah.
Because I like to eat on time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can help you with that.
Sounds awesome. I'm down for it.
Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for laughing with
wild
us.
Episode this has been. We were doing good, and then it just went off the rails at the end.
Tends to happen.
Yeah,
good,
my
though.
stomach hurts so bad. Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
Yeah.
Glad we got to kick it.
Yeah.
Play some Forza this afternoon.
Yeah.
Go eat some steaks.
Yep.
Thanks for the drinks too.
Yeah.
Shouts to James May for making a good gin.
He does have good gin.
I got a bottle of undammed gin the other day.
His gin's amazing.
I haven't tried it by itself yet.
Did
I try it when we were at the distillery?
You did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It was really good. Yeah. You
his-
turned me on to gin gimlets. I think that's one of my new favorite summer drinks. I love that.
Good.
I want to get more into mixed drinks this year. That's one of my goals, is to get more into mixed drinks. So I might be building another bar.
That area where that bench is would be perfect.
I think so. The problem, though, is you can see it from the street, and I don't really know if I want that to be the first thing people see when you drive by.
You know, it'd be really cool having that bar in your entryway, or in your living room. I love that idea. If I ever build a house, I'll build a wet bar in the living room.
What I want to do is where the door is, put a slider on there.
Yeah.
And so you can just open that whole thing up during the summer.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of just natural kind of walkway, in between.
I like that.
So got a lot of bugs in this area though, so I don't know how well that would go, but we'll see. But anyways,
thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Keep
Keep those comments coming. Nicole King reached out to us. Yeah. And as always, it's just fun. I'm sure Spencer talked to you about the episode.
Yes.
My friend Aaron, a Dental Post, who's a writer, a journalist on the East Coast, he listens now, and he said it was really good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool, picking up some steam.
I love it.
So some of my contractors listen.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. So Baz, he has Powder Day Painting. He's amazing at what he does, and he's fair, just a good guy. He's listened because he's a cigar guy, he's a car guy. He's
cool.
It's fun. So yeah, it's great. I love it. Well, this is Culture Beast.
See you next time. Bye.
No,